Hello and welcome to the 29th episode of Old Man Plays Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition for the first time. In the last episode we were able to get some information from the plastic-faced man after subduing him with neural inhibitor and the Shek Kip Mei part of Hong Kong. And today we will be getting back to here and continue with the story to unfold what is the Project Prosperity. So let's continue. Okay, here we are, so our plan is to go back to here. You are about to leave this location and return to here. Continue. Confirm. Revelations. The trip from Shek Kip Mei back to here is quiet as you process the information revealed by the plastic-faced man. Prosperity is a name. Two names, actually. One is a secret project Raymond was working on before he left for Seattle. The other is the corporate headquarters of Thank Mechanical Services. And Prosperity Tower is where Raymond Black is being held alive. It's also where his memory is in the process of being reprogrammed by his mother. And time is ticking. The plastic-faced man proved surprisingly amendable and quite useful. Perhaps that's why you let him go. Your next stop is kindly Cheng. She'll want to hear this, although you may leave out the part about letting him go. Continue. So, we have another 10 karma gained, and as you have read or heard, we have left the plastic-faced man alive, despite kindly Cheng wanting him dead. So, we'll see how this will go today. Anyway, let's continue. You step out of the MTR station and into the balmy night air. An impenetrable wall of clouds, heavy with imminent rain, has blown in from the south. It covers the stars, causes them to wink one by one. You can smell something on the air, something electric. The wind whips up around you, and the clouds being moving in a thick grey-sky swirl. The spiral builds and grows, shimmering with faint amber light. As you watch the clouds roil in the sky, the sounds of the city retreat. A bubble of soft white noise replaces them, wrapping around your head and reflecting your own heartbeat back on you. You look down from the clouds to see the lights of the docks dancing in a warm, saturated bloom. Enjoy the stillness. You lean back and take in your surroundings, the boats, the golden glow of the light on the water, the lapping of gentle waves against the docks, and then the first twinge tickles your chest. Let's know that something coming. A moment later, you feel an incredible tightness in your chest. It feels like your heart is being crushed under the foot of a giant. Your vision goes grey and your sense of balance disappears. Gradually, blood rushes in to refill the organ, inflating it like a balloon. Try to catch your breath. You gasp for air, and it doesn't come. Your breath shallows out, thins, makes you gasp like a suffocating fish. Your chest contracts again and again as you struggle to take in breath. You stumble forward, and every cell in your body seems to vibrate. The energy thrums inside of you, pulsating, building to an unbearable crescendo. And then you're on the other side of it. You find yourself standing in a familiar courtyard, the walled city. You're back in the walled city, just like in your dreams. You can taste the stench of the place, the mildew and plaster and wet dog stink of the slum. A dream. This has to be a dream. You try to blink away the image of the walled city. To blot out the sounds and stench of the slum, you pinch yourself. You don't wake up. The crumbling facades of tenement buildings lean in to one another above you, closing in on either side and creating another walkway. Just like in your dreams, there's nowhere else to go. Nowhere but forward, down the path ahead. Start walking. You let your legs carry you forward. You feel a creeping sense of certainty in the back of your mind, and it tells you that you've taken this same walk hundreds of times before. The sense of claustrophobia mounts and builds with every step you take. It feels like you're worming your way forward down a long, dark tunnel. The humidity of the place sticks to your skin. As you proceed deeper into the walled city, a low rumble fills the air, the noise of enormous gears in motion. You feel hollow, empty, and with every step you take, you can feel that emptiness growing, an unbearable yearning unlike any hunger you've ever known. Continue forward. You continue walking just as you always have, just as you were meant to. Off in the distance, an alien silhouette beckons to you. It's her, the tall, slender thing from your dreams, the elusive figure that you've always been moving toward, but could never quite reach. A crowd of locals lines that path ahead, kneeling in supplication. They look emaciated, all skin and bones clothed head to toe in dirty rags. Examine the kneeling figures. You stare at the nearest of the kneeling figures, a wiry man in his late 20s. He locks eyes with you. Slowly, his mouth yawns open. The man has no teeth. They've been pulled, and recently from the looks of it. His gums are a bloody pitted mess. As you stare into the black void of his mouth, his tongue comes lolling out. It looks like it was caught in an industrial accident, a swollen, twisted slab of meat. The corners of the young man's mouth twitch upwards into a ghastly smile. What happened to you? The man with the ruined tongue doesn't respond. He kneels in silence, staring, as your feet carry you past him. Seconds later, he fades from view. Your legs carry you deeper and deeper into the beating heart of the tenement. If you haven't reached the center yet, you must be close. It's incredibly hot and humid here. The sweat rolls down your body in sheets. Your thoughts go hazy with the heat, and a dim sense of unease takes root in the pit of your stomach. Focus on the uneasy feeling. You try to concentrate on the unease that you're feeling, but you find it impossible to focus. The omnipresent sound of grinding gears isn't helping. Looking up, you can see where the noise is coming from. A hatch. The same door that you saw in your nightmare back when all of this began. The markings on the door are illegible now. A single word in faced yellow paint. Prosperity. Suddenly, impossibly, the alien figure that you've been moving toward is standing right in front of you. At the same time, your vision finally clears and ice water runs through your veins. The walled city isn't a slum at all. It's an enormous gaping maw, and the buildings are a forest of crooked teeth. The thing reaches for you. With inhuman speed and grace, it plunges fingers of polished ivory into your mouth. Slowly, terrible, it begins to wrench your jaw open. You can feel your teeth splinter and break, and... rough fingers on your shoulder snap you back to reality. The hand clenches into a vise-like grip and yank you backward, off of your feet. You come crashing down to the floor of the here MTR station. You can feel a rush of wind just in front of you. A passing train. What is wrong with you, Memu? Strangler Bow eyes you coolly. Anti-jungle lost too many runners already. Besides, there are cleaner ways to end your life than jumping in front of a train. Thank you. I owe you my life. He grunts. You're right. Now get up and get back to that floating wreck that you sleep in. You don't get to die here, unless Mr. Cheng says you do. Sri Murkaina, karma gained. Objective aided. Go to the Mahjong parlor. Okay, let's spend some karma first. And I want to put 9 here. And now let's put 1 more into the strength. And 1 more into close combat. Two more karma available, so let's confirm. And we can go back to Mahjong Parlor. Or maybe to Kraken. Or let's talk to the people here first. A pair of dead-eyed transients lean against the abandoned cart, their shoulders slumped. A pile of overstuffed bags lie in a heap on the sidewalk, spilling into the rain-choked gutter. The smaller of the pair looks down, notices that his bags are getting soaked, and does nothing. Seems like he's too exhausted to care. The shorter of the transients slowly shifts his attention to you. His voice comes out hollow and empty. You're one of Cheng's. It isn't a question. Remain silent. Fine, stay quiet. We're getting the hell out of here while we still can. If you're smart, you'll follow us. Everyone with half a brain is getting out of this place. Not me. Whatever's happening here, I'm going to figure out what it is, and I'm gonna fix it. You're either a fool, or you're crazy. Nothing can fix what's coming for the walled city, and here is way too close to that place for comfort. What do you mean, what's coming? You don't know? He grunts. Suppose that you wouldn't. You're an outsider here. Didn't grow up in the walled city like we did. And to answer your question, they are coming, the Yama Kings, just like the ones in the old stories. Been having dreams about them, just like I did as a kid. But they weren't just dreams this time, they were signs, warnings. What kind of warnings? The kind that you don't ignore. He stoops to begin pulling his bags off of the sidewalk and out of the gutter. Come on, Shen, it's time to go. Okay, so some kind of signs, but he didn't tell us anything at all about it. Nothing here, so let's go into the Chrome Alley. Ambrose anxiously sips his whiskey. Big storm coming in, Memo. I'm gonna bed down soon. You need something? Show me your services. Sure thing. Tune-up or spare parts? Cyberware. Okay, so we have 1,300 nuance. Well... not enough. Okay, come back to the garage soon. Goodbye, Ambrose. Time for me to go. Cheers, Memo. Talk to you later. Okay, let's talk to some more. Human refugee. A pair of men, refugees from the looks of them, stand near the city entrance. They're absorbed by their conversation. Voice is low. The elf sways nervously as he speaks, but the human is steadfast. His gravelly words are harder to make out than the elf's, but you can hear the agitation in them. Neither man seems aware of your presence. Telling you, first chance we get, we've got to get out of here. Leave the country. Things are so backed up that even if the walled city were gutted and cleaned tomorrow, we'd still be wading through the fallout. Prejudice wouldn't just disappear. The elves had dips up and down in agreement. I know, you're right. You always are. I spoke to my sister. She's on board. Didn't take much convincing either. These few of us who know about the monsters don't want to be anywhere near the city. Things like that, they leave a mark on a place. It will never be right again. Overheard your conversation. Sounds like you planning a trip. A pair of bright eyes meet yours. The elf gives you a shy smile. Hello. Didn't see you there. We were just discussing the state of the city. Things are bleak, you know. We need a break from it. Family vacations, so to say. Isn't that right, Iron? He rubs his arms as if he's scalded, but the outside air is humid. Sounds to me like you're running from something. Your observation sends the elf into a fit of nervousness. Running? No, well, sort of. The whole city is under a lot of stress. We just want to break. It's all. But running? No, I'm not sure why you'd think that. The other man glowers at you. Noticing the deliberate hostility of his friend, the elf tries to fill the awkward silence. He rambles. Yes, if we didn't have enough to contend with before. Gangs, starvation, disease. Now corporate officers are starting to invade our personal lives. And with no subtlety, they treat us like wild dogs. Do this, do that, sit, stay. Good boy. Thanks, we won't kill your family. I'm not here to shut you down. I'm on your side. It will help me out if I know what's happening in there, but I have a feeling you're hiding something. The Yama Kings. He pats the back of his flustered friend. It's alright, Lorne. Might as well start talking about it. Not everyone's gonna believe us, but those who do can prepare themselves, like us. Lorne sways uncomfortably, but dips his head up and down in agreement. The man continues. It started as a whisper, a rumor. The Yama Kings are coming to feast on us, the World City. Well, we took it for what it was, superstitious bullshit. That is, until things started happening. Now, the World City is always being its own kind of hell, but these last few months somehow things started getting worse. People got more aggressive, others started to spiral emotionally, and our dreams grew more intense, more frightening. It's the Yama Kings. We're sure of it. They're going to destroy our souls and eat our bodies. We have to leave, but there are so many people who can't. I just wish we could take them all. Aaron. A small tremble shakes his willowy frame. Impossible, Lorne. Most we can do is save ourselves. Let's just concentrate on getting out of Hades alive. Alright? Aaron returns his hard gaze to you. So, now you know, monsters. Yama Kings are descending upon us from their ethereal thrones, coming to rip our essences apart. The sooner we get out of here, the better. I understand. There's something dark at work in the Wall City, and you're wise for wanting to get out of here, but you'd better get out of here soon. Things are really starting to heat up. Lorne looks at Aaron, fear in his eyes. Yes, soon. My sister's ready whenever we are. Aaron gives him a curt nod. Alright, we'll make plans right away. Thanks, stranger. Okay, another Triad Enforcer. One of Kindly's enforcers bars the path from the Wall City into Hioi, blocking the walkway with his body. A woman in a ragged shawl stands in front of him, her hands clasped, begging to be let through. He doesn't move. Please, you have to let me through. My husband and children are already in here. I need to meet them. I have to. Nice try, but beg off. You don't get in here. Nobody else does. Come on, man. Let her through. One more person in here won't hurt anything. It isn't my decision. Auntie Cheng gave orders. Beside which, there are 100,000 other beggars behind her who'd just love to get in here. They've been banging at the gates all day. You think I should let them all through? I don't care if you help them or not. Just please, help me. Think of my family. I don't know your family, woman. You probably don't even have one. I, on the other hand, do have people in here, and if I disobey Auntie Cheng, what happens to them won't be pretty. Why does Kindly care about the refugees passing through here? If they were content to pass through, she probably wouldn't, but that isn't what these people do. They get out and they try to stay here. With everything that's going down, the last thing that Kindly wants to have to worry about is the population of here suddenly tripling, so we aren't taking anybody, period. The refugee's tear-streaked face twists into a snarl. Big bastard, you won't let us through? I'll come back with so many others that you can't hope to stop us. We can't stay in the Walled City, not with what's going. We won't. You'll be my guest, woman. Bring as many friends as you like. He puts a conspicuous bulge under his jacket. I'll make sure to have a bullet for each of you. Okay, that was tough. Let's check the Club 80A. Frederick watches the street with a stolid solemn diligence. He shoots you a glance, clearly preoccupied. I've got a lot on my mind. Nothing interesting or new from him. So let's talk with the local shop owners. Callum seemed both unusually sober and unusually thoughtful. I'm thinking about what you said. Thinking about it hard. You need anything to get your blood up? I suppose not. The old troll patriarch has a look of quiet resolve in his eyes. Hello, Mamu. I will abide. I will. Okay, looks like nothing new in their dialogues. Would you care to browse the weapons I have today? Maybe another time. Okay, nothing new. So get out and check some new people around here, if there are any more. Shen nods in greeting as you approach. Good to see you, Memo. What I can get you today? See you later. Okay, Shen has nothing new. No people here as well. Let's check maximum law. Yo, Memo, welcome back to the palace. The Palace of Boom. Law lost to himself. I'm here for the tech. Show me what you've got. Okay. Blasters Mizuno. Do we have Blaster 2.0? Yes, let's sell it. Boom! Another problem solved by Law's technology bless. See you later, Law. See you later, Memo. Watch out for yourself, Carnivore. Long live the boom. Okay, so I purchased one more upgrade. So... nothing here. I think I go to the Kraken first and not active, so I will have to go to Auntie Cheng's, but not before checking out on the city. Hey there, still don't have any new information on the Yama Kings or the Dreams. I think we're going to have to wait and see how things shake out. Thanks, Crafty. See you around. So, nothing new from her yet. Let's talk to Jean again. You approach the small landing and something immediately feels off. The normal energy surrounding the podium is different. Tense. The three men are gathered close together, hunched over the go board and murmuring in low voices. You realize that no one is playing. The pieces are set and it looks like a game's in progress, but something else has the players' rapt attention. Suddenly, Lau seems distracted. He straightens up and his hands reach around to press on the small of his back. He seems surprised by something, and his hands quickly fall to his sides. Lo looks away from his companions and sees you watching them. He signals for you to move closer. Oh, just what we need. Jin rubs his temples in an exaggerated display. Chio's eyes eagerly seek you out and land on your face with silent relief. He gives you a shy smile. Welcome back, Memu. Just wanted to check in, maybe talk more about the dreams. An eerie mood sweeps over the three men, their previous energy replaced with uncomfortable stillness. The men's moods appear to shift between fear and sadness. A silent minute passes before Lau speaks. I'm surprised that you haven't heard. These dreams have taken a local man's life. I know, I was there. Why else do you think I came here? Had to check and see how you dreamers are going. Your kindness is appreciated. We are doing well enough, though we are struggling with this new reality the dreams have presented us. His voice drops. It must have been something horrific to witness that man's death. To think he likely had his whole life in front of him, and just like that, he is destroyed by his dreams. Law's face remains a mask of placidity, but his dark eyes betrays his distress. With all the while to remember that this world is filled with dangers. For many of us outside the walled city, it can be easy to forget threats beyond sickness and age. Jin and Xiu nod grimly to themselves. Xiu picks up her subject. News of the walled city often falls on deaf ears, deaf to its plights. Very few people from outside the city care about what happens behind its walls, but as of late it's become harder to ignore. People are starting to see the city. And it's a damn wretched sight. There's a darkness living at the heart of that place, and it isn't content to remain what it is. It's reached its toxic hands over the city's walls and is now poisoning us outsiders, even killing us. The attack was subtle. It infected us through our dreams, and now Law raises his right hand, opens and closes it. He turns it over and stares at the veins sneaked beneath the skin surface. We are changing. It feels it as well. I feel it as well, Master Lau. Different somehow. Jin smashes his fist into the go board, disturbing the tiny stones. That slum should have been bulldozed years ago. Xiu's voice is sad but soothing. You know well, that such a thing is impossible. People live there, tens of thousands of them. Where would they go? He sighs. I feel it too, the change. But what we are changing into, I don't know. It's just like in my dream. We are sitting on the threshold of something great. Great and terrible. Memo, if you can get to the bottom of this, there'll be more than just us Go players eager to thank you. But please, hurry. I'll try, but don't get your hopes up. What you're asking is a lot. Okay, let's try to talk one more time. Xiu chuckles. Memo, long time no see. Hope you old bones aren't spreading gossips. No, nothing like that. It's related to our dreams actually. Your timing is perfect. He holds his bare throat thoughtfully, a mischievous look of him. Or have you been lurking beyond a buoy, waiting for the right moment to pop out and feed the dramatic tensions of the moment? A short laugh, like a simple punch to the gut, burst out of Jin. There's no way this whelp has that sort of grace. Xiu shrugs. You never know. Seems like something I might have tried in my youth. Not my style. So, exactly, what about the dreams were you three discussing? The expression sober, you were replaced with uncomfortable stillness, the man's mood appears to shift between fear and sadness. A silent minute passes before love speaks. I'm surprised you haven't heard. These dreams have taken someone's life. A local man. I think it's on loop again, so let's try. I know, I was there. Why else do you think I came here? Had to check and see how your dreamers are going. Your kindness is appreciated. We are doing well enough, though we're struggling with this new reality the dreams have presented us. His voice drops. I must have been something horrific to witness that man's death. To think he likely has his whole life in front of him, and just like that, is destroyed by his dreams. Lau's face remains a mask of placidity, but his dark eyes betray his distress. We'd all do well to remember that his world is filled with dangers. For many of us outside the walled city, it can be easy to forget the threats beyond sickness and age. Jin and Shu nod grimly to themselves. Shu picks up their subject. News of the walled city often falls on ears deaf to its blights. Very few people from outside the city care about what happens behind its walls. But as of late, it would become harder to ignore people startling to see the city. And it's a downward side. There's a darkness living at the heart of that place, and it isn't content to remain where it is. It's reached its toxic hands over the city walls and is now poisoning us outsiders, even killing us. The attack was subtle. It infected us through the dreams, and now Lau raises his right hand, opens and closes it. He turns it over and stirs the veins shaked beneath the skin surface. We are changing. I feel it as well, Master Lau. Different somehow. Jin smashes his fist into the go board, disturbing the tiny stones. That slum should have been bulldozed years ago. Shu's voice is sad, but soothing. You know well, that such a thing is impossible. People live there, tens of thousands of them. Where would they go? He sighs. I feel it too, the change. But what we're changing into, I don't know. It's just like my dream. We are sitting on the threshold of something great, great and terrible. Mamu, if you can get to the bottom of this, there'll be more than just us, Go players eager to thank you, but please, hurry. I'll do everything I can. Hang in there. Okay, so it was one small loop, but one option was removed from the talk. So let's talk to Reliable Matthew and then go to Margin Parlor again. Reliable Matthew stands quietly, cheap suit wet with the rain, tapping his foot absently to the smooth jazz pervading the lot. A halo of cigarette smoke surrounds him. Hey, beautiful, good to see you. Let's set you up, shall we? Goodbye, Matthew. No drones at the moment. Sorry. Okay, the last place to go is now the parlor. So let's see. And all my party here. Objective complete, go to the Mahjong Parlor. The walk through the Mahjong Parlor is punctuated by the tantalizing smell of coconut and fried confection. Your crew surrounds kindly Chang, watching uncomfortably as she peels small egg-shaped delicacies from a waffle-like pastry and pops them into her mouth. Each time she does, her eyes close in ecstasy and soft sound comes from her throat. There you are, Memo. Your crew here tells me that you were able to locate and interrogate the plastic-faced man. The straw sandal's eyes narrow, and her rusty voice takes on a jagged edge. They haven't told me his current disposition, however. I assume everything went as I instructed. Avoid her question. We managed to extract valuable information from him. Her eyes remain narrow, so he's dead? No, I'll let him walk away? Well, no, not exactly. She shakes her head slowly in fine remorse. Don't make me pull things out of you, Memo. Once I start, I'll find it hard to stop. He's alive. Kylie Cheng folds her hands and her face becomes perfectly still. 10 seconds go by. When she speaks again, her voice is calm. I thought I was clear that I wanted him dead. You were clear, Auntie. He was accommodating and I choose to reward him for it. Her stiff eyebrow rise. He better have been pretty damn accommodating for you to disobey me. She pops an egg pastry into her mouth. I trust you got something useful out of him? We got plenty. Wu sounds eager. He gave us a data dump on everything he knew about Prosperity Tower. First-hand info. Josephine's headquarters. She rubs her nose, considering. That could be useful, I suppose. What do you intend on doing with it? We're gonna rescue Raymond. He's alive, Auntie, just like I said he was. Josephine's holding him in there. She's doing something to his brain. Something to his brain. She takes another bite of her pastry. What is that old bitch up to now? Based on the memory that Mr. Plastic showed us, it looks like she's trying to revive her son's memories using something called ASSIST, Artificial Sensory Induction System technology. It allows the user to record, process and feed synthetic sensory input to the brain. Like a Simpsons chip? Yes, Auntie. It's the technology that led to Simpsons. It's also what allows Deckers to enter the Matrix and grants riggers a neural connection to the drones. An expert assist technician could alter someone's personality, memory, even identity. I'm guessing experts like that don't grow on trees. Definitely not. Changing someone's memories requires a world-class expert in assist and a massive amount of computing power. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing to him, but I'm guessing that his mom wants to forget something, or to remember it differently, maybe. And we have no idea what that is. Isabel hesitates. No clue. All we know is that she's holding him, Prosperity Tower, while her people work on him. This woman takes depravity to a whole new level. She's reviving his son's brain? Who rubs his head in frustration? Who the hell does that? Let's stay focused, Duncan. Isabel turns to the rest of you. Mr. Plastic dropped us a couple terabytes of data on Prosperity Tower right out of his brain. Gun show, and I have been studying it. Lots of good intel to mine there. Just what we need to take a run and place and hope to get out alive. How do we make our approach? Fortunately, Prosperity Tower is one of Tank's lower security locations. It's mostly administrative marketing, that sort of thing. That's good. Kindly turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bao, give the runners those old Tank security passes you used on that hijacking last year. Yes, Mr. Cheng, they'll get them. Those passes should get you through the lobby. The triad boss pokes a fingernail between her teeth and dislodges a piece of pastry. You'll still have to explain your presence, Memo, so don't expect to just walk on through. What about the junk data you held onto after the whooshing run, Isabel? Anything in there we can use? Good thinking, and I'm already ahead of you. I scored the leftover whooshing paperwork and found a way to change our status to special couriers. We can use that to pose as a third party whooshing uses to deliver important packages. That will work for a while, but we can't expect to stay in cover for long. One way or another, things are gonna get hot. The loading dock sounds like just the edge we need. Let's do it. Okay, I'll get us booked into the thanks system and print off some matching papers. We'll need a van to make it look legit. Bo, consider it done. Talk to me about the security setup. How do we get to Raymond? The key to the operation are the 3 security stations located on different floors. The matrix system in these security stations are the command and control hubs for the entire building's security. As such, they're the best place to find out where Raymond Black is being held. That's all we've got on his location. All we know is that he's being held somewhere called Lab 12. But where that is or how to get in there is something we will need to figure out on site. If things go hostile, the best thing to do is get to an alarm panel of a matrix security now and shut things down. I've noticed. If we were noticed, we'll have a brief window to cut the link to the alarm system. If we do that, it will isolate the whole floor from the security system. The rest of the building won't know what's happening there. If the alarm goes off and we cut the link to the alarm system, we can spoof the system, tell it we've moved to another location. That might work once or twice, but if we spoof too many alarms, they'll figure it out. How long is this brief window to cut the alarm? Maybe 30 seconds? Maybe less, if the network isn't cluttered with traffic. It's there as a failsafe so security doesn't stampede all over the building if a janitor forgets to close the door. What about guards? Quantity, training. Standard corp security for the most part, but Thank has a rapid response squad for high priority events. That would be us. Is Gubid right? Do you think an intrusion into Lab 12 would qualify as a high priority event? Judging by the way Grandma Thank took out Carter, Gutshot and Niger, I'd say she isn't interested in anyone getting anywhere near her son. Expect to face Thank's elite security once we find him. What else do we have on the security stations themselves? Staffing, weaknesses? Only one thing worth mentioning. Isabel looks over to Wu. The only way into a security station is with a key card, and guards on each floor carry a card to the station on that floor. So we can get a card by taking them out by there, maybe other ways of getting key cards. Who crosses his arms across his chest. Like I said, the security stations are the key to this operation. They provide multiple opportunities to exploit the system and determine how to approach the rest of our incursion. The security stations are high priority targets. Check. We want to take them fast, before they have a chance to respond. So, which station do we hit first? The little Decker purses her lips. No way to know. We'll need to take one of them and use it to determine our next step. It's like we have directions to go find a map. That's all I need to know about security. Let's hope it's enough, gives us an edge. And how do we stop this assist thing from reviving Raymond? All we know is that an assist device is located in Lab 12. It's the only one in the building. No, I doubt that Grandma will just hand over the passcodes to her system as we ask nicely. So, we'll need a Decker to access the assist device and eject him from the system safely before she scrambles his brain. Got it. What does the Decker needs to do to eject him safely? Like I said, we don't know. We are going to have to improvise. Figure that out when we get there. That's all I need to know. One more thing. While I was helping Duncan verify as much of this data as I could, I decided to collect our marker with Bull and his team of runners. Good call. We need all the help we can get. Isabel looks up at Wu, her eyes big and round. Yeah, no kidding. Turns out Bull and our runner friends hit Thank a few months back. Low ran smash and grab for another corp, but they got a quick scan of the building's matrix security before they rabbited. They gave us data flags that pinpoint where the security nodes are located inside of Thank's security system. So, when we jack into a security station, we'll be able to make a direct attack on the security node. That could just buy us the seconds we'll need to cut the alarm link. Guess that marker was useful. Kindly cuts in, licking her fingers with loud smacking noises. One more thing, Memu. While you're in her headquarters, look for anything we can use to incriminate or embarrass Josephine Thank. I want dirt, something I can feed to, an acquaintance, on the Executive Council, someone who stands to gain from it. Alright, after I rescue my father. She pops another egg treat into her mouth and her eyes close tight with pleasure. Of course, my sweet, of course. Now go enjoy Prosperity Tower, she smiles wolfishly. And give Josephine Thank my regards. Objective added, infiltrate Prosperity Tower and find Raymond Black. For more karma gained, let's check for a second if we can spend these 6 points or not. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, 6 more hit points would be fine. Okay. I think I go to check the Kraken first. Yeah, we have access there again. Anything in the mission computer? Your workstation and mission computer. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. 0 unread messages. Okay. Access the Shadowrun BBS. Shadowrun connection established successfully. Link string 100%. Spoofing 1. Group info null. Anon. Welcome to Shadowland. Search BBS for relevant keywords. Matching local keywords. Threat. Landfall. T-24. We are T-24 for hours for Typhoon Usagi to cross ashore. I am signing off until tomorrow. Sometime. See attached list of met sites if you wish to follow storm progress. White Prism. Typhoon Uzagi's periphery will strike Hong Kong within the next 24 hours, with the eye crossing ashore near the Sanshaozhen, Pingshanzhen megaplex, 80 kilometers southwest of Hong Kong. Uzagi was weakened, but meteorologists warn it is still a very destructive storm. Severe damage and flooding are expected in the direct storm path. We now go to a special warning from the HKPF. The HKPF and the Security Subcommittee of the Executive Council advise all residents to shelter in place and stay connected to Matrix hardlines. A curfew is in effect beginning at 1600 hours, 4 p.m. Strong electromagnetic interference is expected, shutting down wireless communications. Hong Kong will experience moderate winds and extremely heavy precipitation. Landslides and minor runoff flooding are expected. Citizens are advised to avoid hillside roads and under no circumstances to enter drainage troughs. Even to recover lost belongings or to attempt rescues, call emergency personnel who are specially trained and equipped to save lives. The automatic Sik-Jong wall was activated at 6:30 this morning, enclosing Victoria Harbour, blocking incoming waves and limiting the storm surge experiencing in the harbour to 1/2 meter. The Port Authority indicates that its seawater pump capacity will be easily sufficient to prevent a destructive rise in harbour level, but rolling brownouts are likely as electricity is routed to the seawall's pump arrays. Where has everybody gone on the boards? Kong, Ming. Does the term crunch mean anything to you? Blood Meridian. People are running. Won't all the security forces be on high alert during the storm? Blood Meridian. It's a sheer question of resources coverage, Kongming. Like arson in all the UCAS cities on Halloween, there are innumerable targets across the Kong. High alert can be maintained at even a fraction of them through a typhoon. This is the fight the IA teams on both sides always know is coming. Blood Meridian. But can the corps just plan ahead and hire more people? Kongming. Blood Meridian. Are you there? Anyone? Kongming. No more posts in this thread. Go back and let's check pay data. Nothing. So I think everything is finished. Pending jobs, enter query. Warning, outbound matrix connection not found. Please stand by. Okay, so I have finished everything. So I can go to talk to my crew again. As always, let's start with Guy Chu. Welcome back. What can I do for you, Memo? What did you think of that last mission? Strange affair. I confess, when Xiaoji betrayed us, I was concerned. It seemed that your quarry would slip from your grasp once more, and that the puppet master Josephine Tang would remain in the shadows. Josephine's oversight in allowing Xiaoji to live was a terrible mistake. I find it especially interesting that after all of this, you allowed the plastic-faced man to live. Your understanding of the realities of shadow life surpasses any other that I have met. Your restraint is admirable and reflects how you see your own place in the world. He is a man doing the job, just as we are. We are not enemies. The great and powerful are, safe in their still towers. Is there anything else I can do for you? Nope. So let's get to Rector. Welcome back. Any thoughts about that last run? Another betrayal. You would think that I'd be used to it by now, but I'm almost assuredly not. That said, Xiaoji's gambit failed him. Josephine Tang's plans have been laid bare, and we are in a position to act on this knowledge. The upper hand is ours. The restraint that you showed in sparring the plastic-faced man was difficult to understand, but I'm not ungrateful. I strongly suspect that we are kindred spirits, he and I. The work that he had done on his face was magnificent. It was art. I find hope in that, all other considerations aside. Now, what else would you have of me? I gotta go. Goodbye, my friend. Have an enjoyable evening. Let's talk to Duncan. Welcome back. What do you think about that last run? You mean extracting the plastic-faced man? Wolf frowns and his answers comes out in a low rasp. I knew we'd eventually find that guy, but getting the information out of him before the brainwide was tense. He looks at his boots for a minute, making a decision. Hey, listen, FH, I didn't disagree with you in front of the crew, but I wouldn't have let the guy just walk away like that. Too dangerous to leave him alive. He's a loose end and we don't need those right now. We're in enough troubles as it is. We don't need someone like him walking around. Kindly's gonna react however she chooses to react. We'll just have to roll with the consequences. That's what we've been doing. FH, seems like all that we do. He stops and raises a finger. Just one more thing. That guy took Raymond. For that alone, I'd drill him. At least we know that Raymond's alive now. His lips tightened over his teeth. I fucking knew it. Now we need to get him out of Prosperity Tower before Grandma reprograms him. Man, she sounds like a piece of work, doesn't she? Maybe we'll get to say hi when we burst into her headquarters. He grabs his goggles on his bunk. I wanna see if there's family resemblance before I drop her. Anyway, enough about that. Need anything else? Let's talk later. Anytime. Hey again, did you need something? Any thoughts about that last run? I think we're closing in on the end here, Memu. With the data we got from Plastic-Faced Man, Josephine's number is just about up. She grins, patting you gently on the arm. I think you'll be able to get your dad back. That's gotta be worth something, right? I can't believe you told Kindly Cheng that we let the plastic guy go. Though, I mean, we still have our skin, and we aren't chained to a rock at the bottom of a lake, so I'm counting it a win. But still, next time, just lie, okay? The gentle pets turn into slaps. Her smile looks forced. I'm not joking, by the way. Don't do that again. Seriously. So, what else did you want to chat about? Nothing else? Okay, last chat will be Isabel. Memo, you're back. She doesn't bother turning. Need something? Any thoughts about that last run? We're close, Memo. We're so close I can taste it. A few more hours, maybe a day or two, and you'll have your father back. Josephine Thank is going to get what's coming to her. For you, me, and especially for Niger, Gutshot and Carter. And we've got the plastic-faced man to thank for it. You shouldn't have let Kindly know that we let the guy live, though. I mean, she was pretty clear with us that she wanted him dead, even if we didn't. we're still alive, so I guess that we can count our blessings. But the next time that something like this comes up, remember that what kindly doesn't know can't hurt us. Anything else you wanted to know? I have a question about the walled city. Alright, go ahead. That's all for now. Can we talk about something else? Please, to be honest, almost anything else would be preferable. I gotta go, Isabel. Sure, drop by anytime. Okay, our crew has been talked to. Now it's time to check one more. Once more around the city, if there is anything interesting to talk about. Probably not, but you never know. I got a lot on my mind, so nothing new. Okay. Let's get to the MRT station. And board the train. The MTR doors open as you approach. Infiltrate Prosperity Tower to rescue Raymond Black. Okay, the crew. I am the Decker. Rector as always. And I take Duncan because we are going to rescue our father. And Gobet this time as well. Confirm. You are about to travel to Prosperity Tower. Continue. Confirm. And that's it for today's episode of Old Man Plays Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Although it was a little bit chatty, but now we are prepared for everything we need to do and the Prosperity Tower, and hopefully we can save our father there. But for now, thanks again for watching, and feel free to follow me on Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and enjoy the rest of your day until we see each other soon. Bye bye.